Well, century of rides, food, and fun.
Absolutely. The Lake County Fair celebrates 100 years. Fox 35's David Martin is live in Eustis this morning with more for us. Hey, David.
Hello, Danielle. I'm making the Bubble Man put us in a big bubble here from the amazing Bubble Factory, one of the many attractions at the Lake County Fair. Thank you. That was fun. And now I'm clean. All right, let's talk to the experts here about the 100-year celebration of the Lake County Fair. I have Stacy Wade joining us. She is the CEO. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you for being here.
All right, so 100 years ago in the year 1921, what was it called?
The Florida Sportsman Exposition.
And you guys celebrated agriculture, of course, top and down,
Fishing, all kinds of rural community activities.
And today it's still agriculture-based, but you got a lot of midway rides and food and entertainment shows. How many different things can someone do coming to the Lake County Fair?
Oh, wow. There's 100 different things they can do. They can see our livestock shows. They can see all of our entertainment.
Yeah.
They can eat their way all the way through the midway.
No.
And they can ride all the rides.
Speaking of rides, we have Jim Straits, who is one of the owners of the Straits Show. What's the name of your company?
Straight shows.
Straight Show, yeah. And they're the ones responsible, Amy and Danielle, for all the rides in the midway that you come walking through and enjoy with your kids. So I thought we'd have some fun and talk about history with you. So Amy and Danielle, turn on your microphones because we're going to play some trivia with you and our audience. All right, Jim. So the midway wasn't always about rides, was it? Was correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so Amy and Danielle, what was the actual attraction 100 years ago on the midway? Do you know?
I'm going to say that's where, like, you know, they would guess your weight, right? All that stuff where, like, you're walking through. I don't know. That's my guess.
And I'm going to guess it's where
Guessing
they
your
have maybe
weight
the animals.
and
Animals.
the animals. Are they right?
No.
They're not right. What did you have 100 years ago?
The partial answer was correct, but it was an evolution. It started as a wrestling show with a bunch of Greek immigrants that came through Ellis Island and settled around Endicott, New York. And at the completion of high school, they were wrestlers in high school. They decided they were going to take a traveling show around the southern tier in Pennsylvania, and that's how the show started.
So the short answer: Greek wrestlers, ladies, Greek wrestlers. All right.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
No.
Eventually, the Greek wrestler thing went out. The wrestlers aged, but what happened years later that caused the Greek wrestlers to say, we're not doing this anymore? What was the event? Do you know?
I'm going to go with animals again.
Was it the bearded
Danielle's
lady?
going with animals, and she's right, isn't she?
I'm going with the bearded lady.
Animals is correct. It was actually when they were all aging, fighting every day for their living, and one day the giraffe stuck its head in the lion's cage, and the animals were to, kind of create something at the wrestling shows for people of other ages.
Sure.
They were getting older. The giraffe stuck its head in the lion's cage. And as a good fighter always knows, you got to know when to say no moss. And most of them, except my grandfather, went home.
What he's saying is the lion ate the giraffe's head.
That's lovely.
Right? That's what you're saying.
Well, this news show wasn't for kids.
I'll say it for you. That's all right. All right, and let's start with our final question here. How many circuses or fairs or midways do you know today that operate on railroad? How many?
Gosh.
I'll say 1.
2.
Danielle or Amy?
I said 2.
You said 2. Well, Danielle goes home with the cotton candy. How many?
Oh, wow.
There's only one, and it's straight shows. And there were 2 a few years ago, and we were all sad to hear when Ringling packed up, but they were the next to the last. And
So Straight still operates on the railway. Thank you very much. Come up with 3 more questions for us in the 9 o'clock hour. In the meantime, Tracy, what is the website for all the information?
LakeCoFair.com.
LakeCoFair.com. Tickets start at just $9, Amy and Danielle. You have no reason not to take your kids to Eustis tonight through April 17th. Back to you.
Lots of fun, David. Who doesn't love an old-fashioned fair?
I
Thank
tell you what.